What's up, guys? I'm gonna go ahead and be reviewing the fight between Tecia and Randa, which was on the Ultimate Fighter 20. So, let's get started with this fight. You guys already know Randa ended up winning the fight, and it did go 3 rounds. But let's get started. So, in the beginning of the fight, Tecia starts pretty good. Starts keeping her distance and landing some pretty good strikes on Randa, and then Randa gets tired of that shit, and then she tries to close the distance, but Tecia lets out a nice little flurry, like a nice combos and stuff, and continues back to keeping distance and stuff once she backs Randa off with her strikes. And about a minute and a half in, Randa was going for a single leg, but ended up being taken down, I guess, or on the ground with Tecia, and Tecia started landing some pretty good strikes, to the head and stuff of Randa, and then eventually they separated and they got back up, and started just striking again, and of course Tecia was dominating the striking exchanges because of her very technical striking. But then also around when there was about a minute and 50 left of the round, Randa got a nice takedown in on Tecia, and had her on the ground and stuff. But also Tecia was landing shots from the bottom, some elbows and stuff like that, and also had a Randa like in this reverse triangle lock or something like that. So Randa was kind of stuck there, but then Randa ended up getting, I think she ended up getting free. Oh no, I think she did. She was landing some knees though. Randa started landing knees to the body on the ground, and she ended up finishing on top, at the end of the round and stuff. But obviously Tecia did enough to win that round, so Tecia won that round easily. And then we get to the second round, where again Tecia comes out very, very strong. Starts out good, keeping her distance again and stuff, and continuing her striking combinations and stuff. With her nice little leg kicks or side kicks to the leg or whatever, which are pretty nice. But then she gets a little bit too aggressive there and lands a combo I mean, with some punches and a body kick. And at the end of that body kick, Randa was able to grab her leg, and then she ended up taking her down. So Tecia was on the ground for like pretty much the end of the round, and that was about a minute in. So for 4 minutes, pretty much Tecia was being dominated on the ground, being controlled, occasionally getting ground and pounded. So pretty much, I mean, Tecia really lost that round. That was a pretty dominating round for Randa. So she controlled Tecia, and yeah, did some good ground and pound and won that round easily. And now at the third round, they're both tired. So they're both tired. So now you gotta, like, who do you think has the better cardio? Obviously they're both strawweight, so we expect pretty good cardio from both of them. But yeah, both of them were landing good shots in the beginning of the round. But I felt Randa was pushing the pace more, and yeah, they both of them started out with some leg kicks and some punches. And about 2 minutes in, Randa pushing the pace and stuff. And then it looks like she landed like a hard knee or something, and then I guess Tecia looked like she stumbled a bit or something like that. But then somehow Tecia gets Randa against the cage, and she's just like holding her there. She's like holding her against the cage, just like catching her breath and stuff, because I guess Tecia must have the worst cardio from both of them. I mean, so she has the crappier cardio pretty much at that moment in time, at the third round, even though they're both tired. So she's tired, and she's trying to catch her breath and stuff, I guess. That's why she was holding her against the cage. But then eventually, of course, they separate. And then when there's about a minute and 20 seconds left, Randa gets a takedown, which is really, really nice, because this is a close fight, and it could have went either way right here, But then if I think if Randa didn't get that takedown, I think for sure Tecia would have won that fight easily. But I think thanks to the takedown, you know, that's how Randa ended up winning, because of that takedown and stuff. But you know, yeah, she gets the takedown. Tecia gets back up like when there's about 30 seconds left, but then Randa takes her back, and you know, gets her back and stuff, and then gets her back on the ground. But you know, there's only like less than 20 seconds left or something like that. But yeah, Randa also gets a full mount, as you see in this picture right there. Well, I'll just pass right now on the slide. But yeah, she gets the full mount, but it's already, that's like in what, 5 seconds left or 4 seconds left. So the fight's pretty much over. But she ended up getting full mount. So you know, it was a very close round. So I was going for Torres, just like, you know, pretty much a lot of people were. Of course, Ronda's a pretty good fighter, though, as we found out in this fight. That was a pretty good upset. You know, everybody was going for Torres, and Randa just comes in and, you know, wins. You know what I'm saying? I think Tecia just needs to improve her ground game a bit more, and then, you know, she'll probably be even more dominant. But her striking is very good. But I just think, like, I don't know. I don't think Tecia looked, you know, how she looked like. I don't think she looked as good as she did against, you know, like Felice and stuff. Like, well, obviously Felice, you know, didn't really take her down or anything, but you know, Tecia, when I think Felice was going for takedowns and stuff, Tecia easily, you know, with her takedown defense, you know, I mean, she didn't get taken down at all. I mean, damn, like Tecia was looking really good in that fight, and I don't know, maybe I think she said she got injured or something, but yeah, she didn't look that good in this fight. But you know, she did good with her striking, but I think she could have been way better in this fight, way more faster, way more, you know, explosive with her striking, like how I'm used to seeing her when she fights, with her nice kicks and stuff. But yeah, she ended up losing this fight pretty much because of you know, like, not the lack of takedown defense, but you know, the lack of, I guess, ground game, because she couldn't get back off from the ground. She just, in that second round, she just stayed there for pretty much the whole fucking round, you know, whole second round. So Randa, you know, that was like a free round for Randa pretty much. Even though Randa did land some nice ground and pound and stuff. But yeah, I think if Tecia would have had a better ground game, she would have got up. Let's say after a minute or two after she got taken down, I think she probably would have won that second round also, if she would have got back up on her feet and started striking effectively and stuff. I think she probably just would have won right there after the second round instead of going to a third round. But obviously that didn't happen, and yeah, Randa did very good. I think I'm gonna check out more of her fights. You know, I'm a new fan now. I'm a fan of, you know, pretty much most of these women MMA fighters from the strawweight division. Pretty good fighters. But yeah, this is a pretty good fight, especially for the first fight from the Ultimate Fighter 20, which was, everybody was, you know, hyped up about, you know, excited about. But yeah, man, this was a pretty okay fight. Or, I mean, not okay, but it was a pretty good fight. I mean, okay fight for the second fight, which happened today. Yeah, I didn't like that fight too much, the one with JoJo. But yeah, well, I'll get to that in another video. But yeah, guys, this is a pretty good fight, and yeah, I thought Randa did deserve to win that fight, though, because of her, you know, her pace, and obviously the takedowns. You know, judges like takedowns and stuff. So I mean, that's gonna happen if you don't, you know, if you're on the bottom, you're gonna lose pretty much most of the time, which sucks for Tecia. But I know she'll be back, and you know, probably get that title shot eventually anyway. But guys, I think it's gonna be it for my video. I'm gonna be making more of these UFC videos, you know, the Ultimate Fighter videos, doing reviews on the fights, just like on this video. So be on the lookout, you know. So yeah, guys, I'll see you guys on the next video.